Watching the Highlight Zone with Wayne 15 Sports Director Glenn Marini. Local sports coverage you can count on.
Just winning, we all in.
Focus on this game and just come at them harder this time.
I mean, we're going to go out there and play them just as hard as they played us the first game.
We want the win, I see it with my eyes closed. The team in the fight mode.
We got to figure out something because they were better than us about 2 weeks ago.
The only thing I take out, they're going to be ready to whoop you guys. They got revenge on their mind.
We all in, just winning. We all in, just winning. We all in.
Well, as the saying goes, all good things must come to an end. Final Friday of the boys basketball season, which means your final Highlight Zone. I know it's sad, but what a way to go out. We got 21 games to get to on boys sectional semifinals night, and we start in Waynedale. Andy McDonald joins us with your Highlight Zone game of the week. Andy.
Hey, thank you, Glenn. Repeat or redemption? That's the question for Southside and Huntington North. The Archers, they beat the Vikings 3 weeks ago in overtime in the regular season. Archers looking to repeat. Vikings looking for redemption. Southside and Huntington North, it's your Highlight Zone game of the week. This is a 4A sectional held at Wayne High School. All the first half highlights, the best of them, came during my live shot at 6 p.m. You probably saw them. Hank Pulver, though. End of the first half, coast-to-coast spin cycle. He had 12 for the game. It's 25-18 in favor of the Vikes at half. Third quarter, Trey Williams fitting. Corner three knocks down the Trey, 32-18. The Pit made the trip, and they're loving it. Southside, though, head coach J.J. Foster's, his club coming the other way. Aston Johnson, the freshman, ball fake and gets to the rack. Archers flexing their muscles. It's 32-20. Huntington North, though, has an answer right back. It's IUPUI commit Sawyer Stoltz, the finish. He pushes his way through the end. The Archers still trying to find anything to work. Cameron Mitchell, the triple, but Huntington North is tough. They only lost 4 times this year. They've already avenged 2 of those losses in semifinal action. One more win for the Vikings, and that'd mean a sectional title. Huntington North advances 53-32, the final.
We got to come out hungry like we have been, I think, the last 2 days. You know, people, expect Huntington just to be Huntington. They sleep on us kind of. We come out here with a little fire in us like that. This crowd was amazing. You do that every night, it's hard to stop.
First thing we got to realize, this game means absolutely nothing that we played tonight. Tomorrow's a whole different night. We'll have to play fantastic to win a sectional championship. You may get Wayne on their home floor, who, if you remember, we beat on a last-second shot last year, so they'll be very motivated.
Whoa, Nelly. So who will the Vikings face tomorrow? Muncie Central or, Wayne? The rematch possible. Ball State greats Chandler Thompson, Bonzi, Wells leading the Bearcats. No worries early for Timon Kinney. The triple for the Generals guard there. Reggie Bass, though, in the Bearcats, the freshman. He's going to be a player. The hoop and the harm on the jumper to keep Muncie Central in it. But that makes Craig Young angry. And, well, you won't like him when he's mad. The Ohio State commit with the hoop. The Generals, they take it 66-63. So it's Wayne, Huntington North, 7 o'clock tomorrow for the sectional championship. Exactly a year after that Hank Pulver buzzer beater against the Generals. Glenn, back to you.
I remember, that was a good one. Hey, sticking with 4A hoops, we head to DeKalb, the host Barons, taking on a Northrop team that beat fellow SAC champ Carroll by double digits on Tuesday. In the third, it's only a 10-point game, and then Sidney Curry starts to go off. You saw the big man lift the bucket. You're going to see him do it again. The future Miami, Ohio Redhawk making a case to be an Indiana All-Star this season. 42-20, Northrop in the lead after that bucket. Caleb Nixon had it going. He had 10. He drills the 3 right there. But it would be too much. Northrop, the Bruins, on a mission this year under Rod Chamble. Nick Haynes finds himself alone, and he knows what to do with it as DeKalb falls to Northrop. 63-42 Bruins win.
Just said come out with energy, set the tone early in the second half, because if you let up, they're going to come back because they got nothing to lose. So we just came out with fire and play hard.
Really a team effort. Everybody played well. Just want to get the win tonight, so it's a really good win for us. Our game plan Coach has for us is really stay focused and just get some rest and some fluids in us.
It feels good to finally get to this point. We've been talking about this all summer, and to finally get to this point, it really feels good.
All right, nightcap in Waterloo. Dwenger beats Snider on Wednesday. Their reward, how about a date with 14th ranked East Noble? East Noble up 12, and part of the reason is this guy, Hayden Jones. He spots up for three, and it's a 15-8 lead. How about Brendan Lytle for Bishop Dwenger? Already has a state championship ring. As a sophomore quarterback for the football team, he can hoop it as well. But that would cut it to 22-11, and East Noble off and running. When I mean off and running, just keep your eyeballs on Ali, the future Akron Zip, with the contortionist act in the air. Are you kidding me? Ali putting it in on the 360 layup. Later, you saw the finesse, then he can bang a little bit too. Look at the fans, they can't believe it happened. Ali would get the stick back down low here as East Noble wins 60-50. We got East Noble and Northrop in a great matchup tomorrow for a sectional championship. 4A sectional action over in Elkhart. Northern Lakes Conference champ Warsaw facing Elkhart Central. Nolan Groninger finds Luke Adamek with a nice pass there as the Tigers take the lead early in this one. Now watch this one. Woo! That's Elkhart Central's Lazarus Miller. You think he's excited about it? Yeah, maybe just a little. He had reason to be. You're going to see Warsaw sticking with what works. Groninger to Adamek. Blake Marsh would hit a game winner right before the buzzer, and Warsaw survives 43-41. They get Northridge tomorrow for a title game. 3A down in Decatur. This one a highly anticipated matchup. 14th ranked Marion, 14-9 Norwell. Second quarter action. Marion leading 23-6, and then the sophomore Jalen Blackman, third in the state in scoring, right at 30 a game. He shows you why. He just had 11 in this one, but his friends were helping him out. That was Jacqueline Thomas for three, 28-6 Giants. In the third, Eli Riley buries it, but Karan Howard would get the bucket here. Howard had 14 points, and the Giants feeling right at home at Belmont, winning up 35-17. You're going to see Thomas here. He had 16 to lead Marion, and Marion pulls away to win it 55-30.
Just our energy was amazing today. Every people off the bench, Karan Howard played amazing. We just need that every game.
We put ourselves in a position to play for the championship game. You know, there's a lot of things that we probably can clean up. So what we're going to do is go back and look at film. This is going to be a different ball game tomorrow. We don't know exactly which team we're going to play. Both teams are very capable.
Jalen Blackman's got some skills. So who will Marion get next? 14-win Belmont, 16-win Heritage. First quarter action, Jaden Harris. He's been doing it all season long for Adam Gray's Patriots. And the Patriots jump out to an early lead. But speaking of guys that have been doing it all season long for their team, Cade Felling. Big part of what Belmont's got going on this season. He gets the deuce. Then it's the 6'4" senior Aaron Lehrman with the hoop and the harm and a little excitement as well. The Braves in the lead. This one back and forth all night. Parker Tracy buries the three right there, and they needed it because Heritage wins it by 2, 50-48. We got Heritage in Marion tomorrow for a sectional championship. Up in Garrett, the host Railroaders taking on an 18-5 Angola bunch that beat Concordia by 4 Tuesday night. Third quarter, the senior Luke Horner down low. Angola up 27-8. Garrett's Corbin Garian with the 2. Angola's Joel Knox, though, will go the other way. Knox, little bucket there in the lane. Angola up by 20. Now Garrett's Jaden Broadnax had a game. 2 of his team-high 10 points coming there off the glass, but simply too much Angola. This is picture perfect of how you break the press. Dyer Ball up high. He had a game-high 14. Angola rolls 50-32. What does a win like tonight mean to you guys to punch your ticket to the sectional championship?
It gives us a lot of confidence heading into tomorrow, and we just got to stay humble and keep calm for the game tomorrow. This has been our end goal for the whole season almost, or the off season. We've been working up to this sectional time, and we know this is when we play our best basketball, so we're super excited for tomorrow night.
Late game at Paul Bateman Gymnasium, Woodland and New Haven. The Bulldogs beat the Warriors by 19 in the season opener. First quarter action, it's Aiden Payman. He got the and one for the Warriors, but New Haven right back. Watch Jamar Hutchins. Gets the rebound and the unselfish, beautiful look to teammate DeAndre Wright. John Baker not loving it because, he's the coach of Woodland. He would like this. Bateman spotting up for 3 as the Warriors up by 2 early, but New Haven would respond. You'll see Donovan Lewis, the pilfer, and the pair as he takes it all the way in. New Haven wins it 48-37. So we got New Haven, Angola for a sectional championship tomorrow, 7:30 at Bateman Gymnasium. 3A hoops at Wawasee. Chad Patrick and Tippy Valley taking on defending sectional champ Northwood. Pick it up in the fourth with Northwood up 4. Wes Melanson brings the Vikings within 1. Wes had 17 and had some emotion as well. Jason Borkholder's only basket of the game was a big one. The putback would put the Panthers up 4, but threes were falling for Tippy Valley. It's a 1-point game when Parker Dalrymple had that shooter's touch. He had 7. Just over 2 minutes left. It's Cameron Parker dialing from long distance. He had 15. Vikings now up 2. Lead would grow to 5, but the Panthers not giving up. Ben Vincent with the long 3. He had 17. Just a 2-point game with under 10 seconds left. But my man West sends it and seals it at the line as Tippecanoe Valley knocks out Northwood 45-41. Late game at Wawasee, the host Warriors taking on West Noble, and in the first quarter, you're going to see West Noble striking first. That's Joel Mast with the back door up and under. But Wawasee feeling their oats. Ethan Hardy, the big man, inside for a deuce. And then the Warriors, they show the inside game. How about the outside game? Austin Miller with the triple. Wawasee feeling good. The Chargers showing some range. Nick Nepper from downtown, but Wawasee would catch fire behind Bennett Hofert. In the old hardwood teepee, it's Wawasee 65, West Noble 43. We got Tippy Valley Wawasee. Should be a good one tomorrow for the Crown. Final stop in 3A. This is a real treat for basketball fans. Blackford led by the state's leading scorer, sophomore Luke Brown. We're talking 37 points a game. The Bruins facing Delta, the only team in Indiana that went undefeated in the regular season. It was played at Newcastle Fieldhouse, the largest high school gym in the world. That was Sam Cox for Delta, as Delta up 39-17 in the third. Then it's Connor Bedwell, he had 13. Delta up 23 and starting to run away with it. But you know what? Luke Brown is going to be a show the next few years in the state of Indiana. He hooks up with Brandon Strobel. Strobel had 12, and then it's Brown for 2. Now he'd lead Blackford with 15, but that's 22 points under his average. But when it's all said and done, this kid could challenge Damon Paley's state record for points. Blackford, though, falls 68-39. Well, that does it for 3A and 4A, but some of the teams with a big chance to make it to state, they're in the smaller classes. In 2A, Westview, no doubt about it, one of the favorites to make it to Bankers Life. Fieldhouse will see the Warriors take on Whitco at their home court. And in 1A, it's Blackhawk Christian, your odds-on favorite for state. We're going to head up to Fremont to check in on the Braves. All that and more coming up next in the Zone.
Here's your chance to get more popcorn. Stay tuned for more Highlight Zone. Go Wawasee!
This is the Eastside Blaze, and you're watching the Highlight Zone. Yeah!
Well, how's this for a nugget for the folks at Eastside? According to the people at KPC, I believe it was Jeff Jones that tweeted this out, this year's sectional, the first one played in Butler since 1944. It's been a while. The folks at Eastside, the Blazers, looking to win their first sectional crown since 2010. Tonight they had Adams Central, and Adams Central led by this guy. Kevin Brown going to play some baseball at St. Francis when it's all said and done. He got the steal in the lay-in. AC up 16-5 after 1, not the start Eastside wanted. Chase Franz, kid can play. 3 of his team-high 18, but right before the half, you're going to see Brown off balance and drains the 3. 18 points for Brown. He would lead the Jets in his 26-13 AC at the break. Third quarter, Ben Voirol smooth to the rack as Adams Central knocks out Eastside 54-42.
Like I told him, first sectional win in 4 years, so for me that's a big thing. It felt good, and it's a good feeling going home tonight knowing I'm going to come back and play here tomorrow night.
In the sectional, the name of the game is to move on. We played these guys a couple weeks ago and it played really, really well. I was a little nervous if we'd be overconfident coming out, but I thought our guys, especially on the defensive end of the floor, did a really good job.
So who will the Jets get in tomorrow's sectional championship game? Bluffton battling Busco and Luke McClure. Looking and finding the big guy for Busco, Brayton Bonar for the layup. Busco up by a pair early on. Bluffton playing pretty well though. Landon McLish would step up and sink the little floater right there as Bluffton jumps out to an 11-2 lead. Busco's Jacob Folk straight away, and it falls for the 3, but Gavin King, you'll see him go baseline for 2. as Bluffton beats Busco 61-48. So you got Bluffton and AC tomorrow for a sectional championship. 2A at Westview, the host Warriors ranked 5th in your latest 2A state poll. They were taking on Whitco. Westview hasn't lost a single game to a team outside of Class 4A, and oh, that's partly why. That was Elijah Hales for 3. Then you're going to see Hales with a little turnaround jumper. He had 15 points and 9 rebounds. But the guy who's led him in scoring this year, Charlie Yoder, another big night, 28 points as Westview wins it 60-40 over the Wildcats. Nightcap in Topeka, a great matchup on paper. Both Prairie Heights and Louisville looking for their 20th win of the season. First quarter action, Lane Batchelor. Bucket for Prairie Heights, and they weren't done. Prairie Heights, you're going to see some nice ball movement here. It's going to end up in the hands of Mike Perkins, and Perkins knows what to do with it. Prairie Heights looking good. The big guy, Elijah Malone, dishing it to Batchelor. And Louisville falls at the hands of Prairie Heights 74-60. We got Heights and Westview tomorrow in a championship matchup. 2A hoops at Oak Hill, Manchester looking for win number 14. Mark Underwood and company facing Lewis Cass. Check out the stick-to-itiveness of Manchester right here. The Squires going hard to the rack. Manchester with the putback right there. It's a 59-27 ball game. And then you're going to see more from the Squires. Bucket right there. A little more Manchester coming up. And the Squires were feeling good playing this Cass team. The play of the night from Manchester Weston Hamby. The spin and in Hamby and Manchester moving on 90-58. Late game at Oak Hill, the host Golden Eagles taking on your reigning Ops team of the week, Wabash. Coming off its first outright conference title since 1946 and showing you why. Trenton Daughtry recently went over 1,000 points. He drained the 3 right there. But Landry Osmond faking everybody out. He gets nothing but net. The Wabash coming the other way. The Apaches, Blake Gribben finishing inside. Wabash in the lead. They would score early. They would score often. This is Tristan Hayes for Oak Hill, but it's Wabash moving on 75-43. They get Manchester tomorrow. Blackhawk Christian, your overwhelming favorite to win the 1A state title. The top-ranked Braves up in Fremont to face Hamilton, and Abe Hicks had himself a night. Hicks in for the bucket. He had 22. Blackhawk off and running here in the first quarter. Hamilton's Marco Stanojic with a bucket, but you know what? Blackhawks got a guy named Caleb First. He's 6'8". He's a sophomore. He's been offered by IU and pretty much any big-time program. You saw him slam it down. Then you're going to see Michael Pulver with the bucket as Hamilton falls to Blackhawk 114-41. So, who will the Braves play? Well, Bethany Christian playing tonight despite losing senior captain Keyshawn Smith in a fatal car accident last weekend. They were taking on Fremont. That's Bethany's Jack Von Gunton with the bucket. It's a 1-point ball game in the third. Tanner Benfeld has been Fremont's go-to player all season long. Fremont up 19-16. It's Von Gunton working, and he gets the bucket there. You'll see Ethan Martin, however, for Fremont. Martin going baseline and in, and then at the end of the third quarter, keep your eye on the ball. Martin heaves it from behind the free throw line. We're talking 75 feet for the buzzer beater. Fremont moves on, beating Bethany 51-39. Last stop, 1A action at Tri-Central. Rick Brewer and the Northfield Norsemen taking on Frontier and Northfield. Trent Osborne. They decide to give him space. It's a bad idea. He drains the jumper right in their eye, and then it's Nate Dranchik with a bucket here for Northfield. Northfield moves on 72-48. They get LCC tomorrow. We got Comets Mad Ants, your play of the week, next.
Stay tuned for tonight's play of the week!
They said it. It is time for your final play of the week of the high school basketball season, and we got to go back to Fremont, and we got to go to Fremont's Ethan Martin. 75 feet to beat the third quarter buzzer. Take another look at it. Ethan Martin. Yeah, beating that third quarter buzzer with the 3/4 court heave. Your highlight zone play of the week coming from the folks at Fremont. Hey, sticking with hoops, Mad Ants on the road tonight. Ants trying to snap a 4-game losing streak. They were at the Wisconsin Herd. It was Edmund Sumner's kind of night. You saw the corner triple there. Then the former Xavier standout, who's played a good chunk of the season with the Pacers this year. He had 26. Unfortunately, it would not be enough as the Mad Ants fall 101-99. They're at Delaware on Monday. And from hoops to hockey now, Comets with 3 road games this weekend. It starts in Kansas. Late second period, they were tied at 5 when Sean Siglowski with his 12th. 6-5 Comets, and that would be your game winner as the Comets go on to take it 7-5. They're on the road again tomorrow when they play Toledo. Again, as we mentioned at the top of the show, it's our final highlight zone. I want to thank everybody that shot for us this year. Ross Kinsey, Carlos Clopton, Randy Orr, J.R. Carmichael, Jeremy Majors, Scott Newport, Drew Bogues, Miranda Smith. I know I'm leaving people out. Thanks to our producer, Elizabeth Cotter, and our director, Liz Camille. We'll see you again next fall.